Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Lorraine and my channel is Lo's Life and Lessons. And half the time, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about on my channel. I just kind of pick random things that come into my mind. And you know, I appreciate you all so much. I really appreciate those of you who regularly leave comments for me. And I feel that you're all my girlfriends. And I just have an exciting thing to share with you. Something that I think is exciting that happened to me recently. I went makeup shopping with a friend of mine. I'm not going to use her real name. We're going to call her Jill. And she is a lady that I've known for probably maybe 5 or 6 years. She lives in the same apartment complex that I do and that my daughter lives in. And we have a group who get together periodically to either have a potluck and or have a games night. So she's one of that gang, but she's really a closer friend of my daughter's. Now, Jill recently decided, she's 62 years old, and she recently decided that she was going to start wearing makeup again. Now, I don't know exactly how much or what kind of makeup she used to wear. I don't know how long it's been since she's worn makeup, but I do know that it was kind of starting from scratch because she wanted me to go shopping with her. Well, I was thrilled when she asked me. I mean, makeup shopping, you know, spending somebody else's money on makeup, and she told me that the cost is no object. Well, that's pretty fun. So she and I went off to Shoppers Drug Mart. Now, my Canadian friends will know that Shoppers Drug Mart has a very large beauty section. A part of it is high-end, but the major part of it is drugstore products. So we started out in the drugstore products. Now, there are a few things that she made it clear that she was just not interested in at all. So she was willing to wear sunscreen every day, so that was a good thing. But she wasn't interested in wearing a moisturizer or in any kind of foundation or concealer. She didn't want to get into powder or highlighters or brow products or eyeliner. But she was interested in getting some eyeshadow, for example. So the first thing I did, because I'm not an expert at all, I'm just somebody who just really loves makeup. I spend some time on applying makeup and I try different products and I like different types of looks. But that's not my friend Jill. I did think, you know, maybe she would wear a night cream. So I suggested that to her. And at first she said, no, not wearing a night cream. But anyway, then she changed her mind. And then I went on and said, well, perhaps an eye cream. And then she said, no eye cream. But once we were there, we got the eye cream. So the one that we chose was the Neutrogena 0.3% retinol night cream, and then there was a matching eye cream. Now, I have used those products in the past and they are wonderful. Those Neutrogena regenerating night creams, there's different types with different strengths of retinol and some without retinol, just moisturizing, but they are wonderful products. So we started out buying those two things. Now, because she was willing to wear eye makeup and she had already bought a mascara. She bought a mascara a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what kind she bought. But anyway, she knew that she would need some eye makeup remover. So we bought some Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover. And I've used that several times in the past. It's wonderful. I could really recommend that to her. And so we were happy to pick that one up. Next, we went to the eyeshadow department. Well, my goodness. There are so many brands of makeup in that store, let alone eyeshadow palettes. There's just different types of pencils and creams, and oh my gosh, it was just overwhelming. But I have used Maybelline eyeshadow palettes, and there were a couple of smallish ones there. So we looked at those and we looked at colors. Now, she was interested in blue. And so I said, well, there are not that many blues. I know blue used to be a very popular color, but not so much anymore. And if you were going to use a blue, I would suggest a light blue. So she ended up buying 2 individual eyeshadow powders. One of them a very light blue and the other one a very light taupe. So I thought that was a good selection. But we did pick up a little Maybelline palette. The City Mini eyeshadow palette in color Blushed Avenue. Now, this palette has a deep violet, as you can see. Most of the shades, I think, are matte, and then there's a couple of shimmer ones. So we talked a little bit about how to use those. I thought that the violet, if it was just put on very lightly, would look nice with her brown eyes. So that's what we chose to do. And then we bought a NYX eyeshadow pencil. Now, I've had a couple of these for many years, and they are so grubby that I don't even want to show you. But, oh my gosh, these are wonderful, creamy eyeshadow pencils. So we bought one of those in iced latte. Well, then she wanted to go to the higher end section. So the higher end section has brands like It has Dior, it has Smashbox, no Chanel makeup products though. But anyway, so we went there and we were looking for blush. Well, there is one blush. As soon as I saw It Cosmetics, the first thing I thought about was the Bye Bye Pores powder blush. I've had this forever. I love it. I love it. Love it. This is color Je ne sais quoi. Now, I swear that the size of the container that you're seeing here that you can now buy in the drugstore is smaller. Just like cans of soup and other grocery items, right? They seem to be making everything smaller. But they had 3 colors, and the color that she chose for her was Sweet Cheeks. So we bought her one of these. Then she wanted an eyelash curler. So the assistant in that department helped us select one by Lise Wattier. So Jill bought an eyelash curler. And then Clinique caught her eye, and she saw a product displayed there called the Chubby Stick Cheek Color. And there were a couple of colors there, not that many, but we picked the color Peony. Now, there was a tester, so she was able to test it on her hand, and it was lovely and creamy. I would have really liked one myself, but I have lots of makeup, and I resisted buying any makeup that day, which is pretty amazing. Anyway, so she bought that one. Now, there was a couple of other things that she needed that we did not find at Shoppers, and one of them was brushes. I felt that she needed a couple of eyeshadow brushes, and she needed a blush brush, and we just could not find any that were, they didn't have a great choice. So we went on to Rexall, and we bought a Real Techniques Everyday Essentials Makeup Brush Kit. I forgot to mention lip products. She wanted to get some kind of a gloss. She said she wasn't that interested in lipstick as such, but I do have a lipstick myself, which I really love, and I wanted to show it to her, and it's the Maybelline Cream Lipstick. So we bought her one of those. I can't remember the color we chose, but this is really a lovely lipstick. It's called matte, but it's really not matte. I mean, it doesn't have a really glossy look, but it certainly does look creamy on the lips, and I thought she would like that, so she picked one of those. Another thing that I wanted her to know about was the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This one is in color Moon. It's my own, and they didn't have that color. The colors that they had were quite bright, and so she wanted something a little more neutral. So I was actually able to order this from Amazon for her. So it was a very fun day, really. I mean, I think good for her, you know. She's going to be starting a new adventure, a makeup adventure. The only 2 bits of advice I had for her were less is more and blend, blend, blend. And those 2 little rules certainly apply to the use of eyeshadow and blush. And, you know, the more we do this type of thing, the better we get at doing it, and we just know how much is enough to make our look as good as we can possibly make it. So I had a whole lot of fun with my friend Jill the other day, and maybe she'll want to get into other products. I don't know. The choice is hers. But we had a great time picking out these wonderful products. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Like I say, we just talk about all kinds of things here, and it's kind of, you never know what you're going to get. Take care. I love you all. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.